And then, oh, the noise. Oh, the noise, 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 noise.
Yeah, the noise of happiness. They hate that.
That's the one thing she hated. The noise, 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 noise. Then the Knowles, young and old, would sit down to a feast. And they'd feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast, 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 feast. They would feast on Knowles pudding and rare Knowles roast feast, which was something the IRS couldn't stand in the least.
No, they took the roast beef, them bastards.
And then they'd do something she liked least of all. Every Knowles down in Knowlesville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand, and the Knowles would start singing.
Oh, you forgot the carol book.
Oh,
Zombie Christmas carols.
it's awesome.
That's what we were singing.
And they'd sing, and they'd sing, and they'd sing, 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 sing. And the more the agent thought of this Knowles Christmas sing, the more the agent thought, I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years I put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how?
Damn, she hated you when you were still in utero.
Before. Then she got an idea. An awful idea. The IRS agent got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do, the agent laughed in her throat. And she made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. And she chuckled and clucked, what a great IRS trick. With this hat, this coat, I look just like St. Nick. All I need is a reindeer. The agent looked around. But since reindeer are scarce, there were none to be found. Did that stop the old agent? No. The agent simply said, if I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. So she called her dog Morg. Then she took some red thread and she tied a big horn on the top of her head. I warned her.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Then she loaded some bags and gave a shout out to the board. On a ramshackle sleigh, she hitched up old Morg.
She's nothing the IRS.
Then
Yeah.
the agent said, get up! And the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Knowles lay a snooze in their town. And she does a face plant.
She wants to sit up here with me.
Sure.
All their windows were dark, white snow filled the air. All the Knowles were all dreaming, sweet dreams without care. When she came to the first little house on the square, this is stuff number 1, the old Agent Claus hissed. And she climbed to the roof, empty bags in her fist. It gets better. Then she slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch. But if Santa could do it, then so could that bitch.
I was going to rhyme it if you were.
She got stuck only once for a moment or two. Then she stuck her head out of the fireplace flue, where the little Knowles stockings all hung in a row. These stockings, she grinned, are the first things to go.
Nicey by
Yep.
That's why you couldn't find it.
bitch.
Then she slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and she took every present. Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn, and plums.
You didn't get any of those.
I'm glad, actually.
And she stuffed them in bags. Then the agent very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimney. She's got a drinking problem.
Now we know where our money went.
Stole the pork, too.
Then she slunk to the icebox. She took the Knowles feast. She took the Knowles pudding. She took the roast beast. She cleaned out that icebox quick as a flash. Why, that agent even took their last can of Knowles hash. Just checking.
There was a can of hash in she didn't get that.
Then
Spelled
she
the hash.
stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. And now, grinned the agent, I will stuff up the tree. And the agent grabbed the tree and she started to shove. when she heard a small sound.
Yeah, but that was me she's shoving up.
Yeah,
Shoving a tree up you?
when she heard a small sound like the coo of a dove.
And little cat came out and said, "What are you doing, my dad?"
She turned around fast and she saw Noel's kid. Little kitty cat Knowles, who wanted some water, she did. The agent had been caught by this tiny Knowles daughter, who got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the agent and said, "Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree up my dad's butt? Why?"
Now you know my dad got that one gift he got.
But you know, that old agent was so smart and so slick, she thought up a lie and she thought it up quick. "Why, my sweet little tot," the fake Santa Claus lied, "there's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there and I'll bring it back here." And her fib fooled the child.
Actually, we do have a section with the light that doesn't work.
Kitty Cat's not very bright, is she?
Thanks.
Then she patted her head and she got her a drink and she sent her to bed. And when Kitty Cat Knowles went to bed with her cup, she went to the chimney and she shoved the tree up.
Dennis.
Oh my god.
Then the last
No
thing
lube or
she
anything,
took
man.
was the log for the fire. Then she went up the chimney, herself the old liar. On their walls she left nothing but hooks and some wire. And the one speck of food that she left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse.
Only feed them gummy bears.
Oh yeah. Then she did the same thing to the other Knowles houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Knowles mouses. It was 15:15 dawn, all the Knowles still abed, all the Knowles still a-snooze, while she packed up her sled. Packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, she rode with her load to the tip-top to dump it. "Pooh, pooh, to the Knowles," she was grinchishly humming. "They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open for a minute or two, and then the Knowles down in Knowlesville will all cry, boo, hoo."
Okay, so that's the last page, right? Because there was no happy ending.
I'm not done yet. "That's a noise," grinned the agent, "that I simply must hear." So she paused, and the agent put her hand to her ear. And she did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, and then it started to grow.
Fuck you, bitch.
But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry very. She stared down at Knowlesville. The agent popped her eyes. Then she shook. What she saw was a shocking surprise. Every Knowles down in Knowlesville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. She hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the agent with her IRS feet cold in the snow stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. And she puzzled 3 hours till her puzzler was stored. Then the agent thought of something she hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, she thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
Said the whore.
And what happened then? Well, in Knowlesville, they say, that the Knowles grew tired of her crap. They loaded their guns in a really big trap. And the minute the agent had a change of heart, the Knowles came upon her and ripped her apart. They
That's
cooked her
happy
up.
ending.
They cooked her up, that agent who sold the food for their feast. And she herself, the agent, became the roast beast.
There we go.